Good morning, Stanton. Welcome back to Star Citizen Wednesdays. Today we are continuing our series of touring the planets, and it may look like we're back at New Babbage, but in fact, we are on the other side of Stanton, over at Crusader, inside Orison's hangars. And the servers are having a hissy fit today. So this is going to be a really fun video. August Dunlow. I never remember that name. So coming into Orison, which is way up in the clouds of Crusader. Thank you. We have your spaceport. August. I just forgot the name after 5 seconds. Hey there. You have everybody's favorite burger joint, Whammers. Don't mind if I do. On the other side, you're going to have a little more high class with Elroy. Yeah, let's go check it out. Did I get stuck in the sandpit again? Hold on. There we go. Sandpit. One good thing about Elroy's is little treats. So coming out of the spaceport, you will see that we are very, well, can't really see it at night, but we are very, very up in the clouds. I think it's 80,000 meters.
Hello.
Up. So coming down, we're going to head this way towards the taxis. But first, we have the rental terminal.
Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
If you need a starter vehicle, the C1 is a very decent light freight for starter vehicles. What does it have? Right off the top of my head, I think it has
Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
like 70 or 80 SCU storage. Might be less than that. A couple of starter vehicles for combat. My personal pledge ship, which I love this little bastard.
Hi. Let me know if there's anything I can
And a couple ground vehicles for playing around. So you come down here, we will be hitting up another set of elevators. There's your criminal terminals to pay off your minor fines.
Welcome.
Keep going to hit the elevators. Shuttle station to take the little space cabs, if you will. You will notice a significant theme about Crusader. Most of the vehicles and stuff around here are centered around their Crusader Industries line. Either the Hercules class or the Spirit class birds.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Which one do I want to hit? I think this one I want to hit first. Shut it. And honestly, out of all 4 places, Orison shuttles are typically the least buggy. Area 18 is still the worst. New Babbage does give you jump scares every now and then, but they still are good. And nobody gives a crap about Lorville. If you like Cloud City and the second Star Wars movie, the true second Star Wars movie, you'll definitely love Crusader. I think I went on the wrong tram. Crap. One good thing about the trams here is that they do loop around. So if you go to the wrong location, you can just stay on the tram and continue onward. I wanted to hit up this spot last, so we'll be coming back here afterwards. Crap.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
Yeah, I have a reason I want to stay here for the last one.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
So I'll have to
Please
get
clear
on
the
the
hatch.
reverse
Shuttle
shuttle
will
on
be
the way
departing.
back. Okay. Crusader Orison is not my mainstay. I come here mainly for groceries and when I want a new toy. But I still operate out of our core. So as of the recording of this video, we are still in 4.1 on the live servers. 4.1.1 is in its waves on PTU, and people are estimating like next week or the week after. So when this video posts, it will probably be the following week that 4.1.1 hits live servers.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
And you can see the reverse direction shuttle, the one that goes in the loop counterclockwise, right below us.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
So here we are
A friendly reminder to check for your personal
at...
belongings before and after all shuttle flights, and to dispose of any trash.
That's a glitch.
in receptacles.
The industrial
Stress,
platform.
no less.
So we got Crusader's Discovery Center, which we'll hit up first. Covalex has a location here as well, like they did in New Babbage. Cousin Crow's is basically the dumpster depot, just a much better version of it. We're not going to touch Providence Surplus, and I don't think we're going to hit Municipal Center.
The next
I don't
shuttle
think there's
is
anything there.
approaching the station.
So Crusader has a very... Wow, someone's taken off hard. Very proud military history. And they love to, you know, announce it, if you will. We'll see it at the latter part. So this is basically just a gift shop. You know, you got your Crusader clothes, Crusader caps. I believe there are some plushies here or there. Yep. I believe you can buy these in the shop. I'm not going to check. If you want to come here, you can go check it on your own. And being that it's up in the atmosphere, the space yard is right there. So continuing onward, so we don't get distracted too much. You come this way. Both up and down will go to the same location. Down will get you to Cousin Crow's quicker. This way we're going to hit Covalex first. If I don't get lost. Which, yep, I just did. So you have a generic commodity terminal. This is not the same as the TDD. And right now they don't have much set up for it, so here is a Covalex shop that I wanted to show. Basic mine. Actually, I don't even think we have mining here. It's more for cargo gear and purchasing. And a Covalex Center, which probably in the past was more active with the delivery missions before they switched
Reminder,
over to
there will be a
hangar.
gravity panel safety check at the end of the month. Please schedule accordingly.
Moving on, we got Cousin Crows, your oddity oddity shop. So ship parts, ship weapons, ship materials. You got here. It has some decent things here and there. I can't remember offhand what they do have. That's actually good. Trying to think. Of course, with 4.1.1 coming out, some of these might actually become good. Like Cloak, I believe, is a stealth B. Hold on, I gotta turn down audio. I remember looking at Urkel and Orifice, I think was getting my attention. I want to say it's a civilian. Cooler. So yeah, there are some good stuff here and there. It's not top end, but it's still decent. And I believe I always get lost coming back. Displaying some of the more fun ships that Crusader offers.
Just a heads up that we are still looking for volunteers to help with this year's charity well. If you'd like to
Yep,
participate,
here we go.
sign-up forms are available in others.
Alright, the other two locations are not really prevalent. So we'll head back to the shuttles and go to the main area that I went to first, accidentally. So the top shuttle brought us here. The bottom shuttle is the one I want.
The next shuttle is approaching.
And you'll
this
notice on the
destination.
bottom left that
At Orison Skyway Shuttle
with
Service,
how high
we
up
aim to make
we
getting there
are,
half the fun. Please,
the
next shuttle
atmospheric
is
pressure
approaching. Last
is
call for
lower than
passengers.
normal
The
that you'd
shuttle
see
is
on a
preparing
normal
to depart.
planet like Arcor or New Babbage.
Please clear the hatch. The
It's
next
not
shuttle is
enough to
approaching the station.
cause, you know, permanent damage, but it is a nice little
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is
facet
preparing to depart.
that they actually put into the game. Alright, now we're going back to where we were before. And coming into Orison, I believe that's it right off to the left. It has one of the locations that is easy to find the starport because of the flashing light. Unlike, say, Arcor during the day, where you just have to guesstimate where Riker is. That flashing light, I believe, is always on, like New Babbage International Spaceport, Interstellar
Approaching
Spaceport.
next
Sorry.
station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
All right, now we'll do this correctly.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Well, one of you is decent. Alright, over here on the left, this massive tower is the apartment buildings. So when you log out, that's where you'll go. When you come back in,
Enjoying the view?
there is a walkway over here. Yep. Alright. Over to the right is Orison Medical. The hospital. Hopefully you never have to use that. If you do, you have my sympathies. And here is Crusader's TDD Center. Same as any other TDD, except that their values are, different depending on time of day and resource checks. There we go. I don't know why TDD loads so poorly since the recent patches, but it does. And you see backslide and gold are still crap. People bring scrap here for some reason. RMC, I believe, is the best in Crusader right now. For stamp, at least. And way past Tarnite. Want is the same across here. Alright. Moving right along to the right. We come to basically Crusader's only shopping center. And this store loves to stick. Don't ask me why the flying elbow works, but it does. We'll go left first. To Crusader's clothing aesthetics. Let's go. Let's go with that. Macau. We'll deal with the elevator last. And here is basically a mini mart, which has literally every food or drink you could find in Stamp. And including the little plushies. They do advertise an armor set that you can buy in here for some fun reason. So yeah, you name the drink, this store has it, including smolts. So we'll take that with us, and yeah, you can buy that. We'll go upstairs. I believe there's another Whammers up here. Yep. So yeah, Orison has 2 Whammers to New Babbage's 1. This was another delivery terminal for when they had delivery missions in the past. Ignore the security guards. They are not the security we're looking for. And last will be up the elevator. Wow, that is a massive frame drop. Kind of like what we had in New Babbage, all the way at the end of the promenade. Going up. A little, well, I guess you really can't call it little. Bar. So later in the game, when they actually get to that part of development for socializing, this will probably get to be pretty packed. And going back down, we have one less place to go. For I think the only one in here is upstairs. There we go.
Hi, welcome to the store.
Someday they'll make these trash cans actually functional. It looks like it's partially there. Okay. Yep. And our last stop is going to be that building over there. Right? Yeah, we got nothing else over here. So this building...
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Always happens. This building is honestly something I hope we see a lot more as they open up more systems, more planets. Because what we are going to is Crusader Showroom. And Crusader, with its history, its military history, is very proud of all their birds. I believe Astro Armada has something like this, or had something like this planned. New Deal does kind of have this, but it's basically just a hodgepodge of crap. But with Crusader, they went all out. New Deal would basically be going to a used car salesman. Coming here to Crusader, you are dealing with high top-end car sales folks. So here's your terminal, even though it says New Deal on it for some reason. Not only do you get to see the ships, let me use the ladder. Yep. You can actually tour the ships. You don't get to test drive them, but you get to sit in the cockpit. And basically, see how they feel to you. See how comfortable they are for you. Over in the distance, if I get my camera back, we have the Mercury Star Runner. And everybody's favorite, the C2 Hercules, right here. And you notice that this one even has the landing gear ramp issue. Actually, the gear's not even touching the ground. Wow, this one is really screwed. But yeah, this is basically the end of the tour, so we're just going to be looking at the ships a little bit. And yeah, this is basically just Crusader showing off their history. Because, yeah, that is a sight. I believe those are M2s in the photo, though. Anyway, we're going to call it here. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.